We all have it, but we can't see it. We can't touch it, but we know it's there. I'm talking about consciousness. It's like a magic window that lets us know what's outside and inside us. We all feel it every day, but when we try to explain it, it slips away fast. Even big thinkers and science people get stuck when trying to explain what it really is. They make many ideas, but no one has found one clear answer that fits for all. It's strange that we don't know how we are even aware of our own self or world. Our consciousness and brain smarts are close cousins, but they are not exactly the same. We use our brains to think, learn, and do stuff, but consciousness seems to be more about how we experience and feel things. We know consciousness is linked to our brains. When our brain gets hurt in some way, our consciousness can change or even go away. Still, consciousness isn't the same as brain smarts. A smart person can have a sick brain and not know why a flower pot is heavy. And a creature without a brain, like a starfish, can still feel some things. So consciousness might be more about feeling and experiencing things than just using your brain power. Let's take a journey back in time before humans even existed. Life on Earth was pretty simple back then. There were no forks, no Facebook, not even any frogs. But there were living things, and not all of them were plants. Some were small animals, and some were somewhere between plants and animals. These ancient creatures were the start of a long line that led to us. Their lives were all about finding food and avoiding being eaten. Back then, the main goal was just to find food. Living things needed to sense food and move toward it. Otherwise, their tummies would rumble and rumble until they died. In the beginning, living things probably didn't have any fancy senses. They were too small to be noticed. No eyes, no ears, no noses. They just bumped into things and sensed some stuff through their skin. Feeling a bit of this and a bit of that helped them figure out what was around them. As time went on, these tiny creatures started to change a bit. They changed slowly over many, many years. Sometimes a creature would stumble upon some food and not waste time figuring it out. Those who gobbled up the food quickly had more babies who also gobbled up food quickly. Over a very long time, this meant some creatures were better at finding and using their senses to find food. And then a big change happened. Creatures began moving towards smells they liked, perhaps a yummy bug or plant. This wasn't conscious in the way we think of it now, more like an instinct. Still, it was a step toward becoming conscious. It helped them notice things around them and react to them. From this tiny beginning came the ability to sniff out danger or a cozy spot. Later, some creatures got eyes. At first, these eyes weren't great, just spots that sensed light and dark. But over time, they got better and better. Creatures could see shapes and even colors. With eyes and smells, creatures could start hunting and could also hide from those who wanted to hunt them. All these new senses made the world more interesting. Creatures could explore and remember places that smelled or looked good. But here's the thing, remembering isn't the same as actually seeing. It's like when you remember a song you liked a long time ago. You know it in your head, but it's not like hearing it right now. Creatures back then couldn't just see once and remember forever. Instead, they had to keep noticing and remembering over and over. Imagine if every time you went to a place you've been to before, you had to get reacquainted with it all over again. That's kind of how it was for these creatures. It took lots of noticing and remembering to make a mental map of the surroundings. Then something amazing happened. Some creatures got brains capable of truly seeing and remembering. This wasn't just reacting to what they sensed. It was like solving a puzzle. They used their eyes and remembered what they saw, kind of like how we remember faces. But back then, it was more about remembering smells and shapes. This kind of seeing and remembering let creatures plan ahead. They could remember a hiding spot and visit it again. Or if they knew a tasty snack grew in a certain area, they could return when it was ready to eat. This was a huge step toward being conscious. Creatures were no longer just reacting. They were acting based on what they remembered and planned to do. Over time, this kind of seeing and remembering grew more complex. Creatures could link many memories together, like putting together pieces of a puzzle. They began exploring more, remembering more, and planning ahead. They chased after moving meals and hid from dangers they could sense but not quite see. These creatures with better brains were smarter. And if they lived in groups, this kind of consciousness helped them share what they learned. They could warn each other about dangers or show each other good food. This sharing made a big difference. Knowing what others know is a kind of magic. It's like having a friend who knows everything you like and always has it ready for you. That's how animals that share knowledge can thrive. By working together, they can do more and learn even more. So remember, we didn't just pop into existence. Our consciousness evolved over a super long time. It was a gradual process with lots of little steps. The journey began with tiny creatures sensing their surroundings and slowly led to us being able to reflect on our own thoughts. It's incredible to think that all this happened over so many years. It makes me wonder what else we might discover about ourselves and the universe if we keep exploring. Just like our consciousness evolved over time, our understanding of the universe and our place in it is also constantly evolving. We started with simple observations of the world around us and have developed increasingly complex theories to explain how everything works. But there's still so much we don't understand. There are mysteries that keep scientists up at night, wondering about things like dark matter and the origin of life. But as we continue to explore and learn, we're uncovering more and more about the universe. Each new discovery is like a piece of a giant puzzle, helping us to understand the intricate workings of the cosmos.